It's the Montreal Just for Laughs Comedy Festival. Kevin Hart presents LOL at KFM.
I wore this shirt as a prank on myself. Here I am here. I'm so glad to be here tonight with you guys. I'm celebrating a very special anniversary tonight. It has been 8 years since a man told me he loved me. So here we are. We made it together. So thankful to still be here. Yeah. The last man to tell me he loved me did it after we split a bottle of NyQuil and watched Passion of the Christ. So pretty high bar set there. Real classic rom-com moment. You've seen it in a lot of films, I'm sure. It's tough. I'm so lonely. I was listening this week to the Dixie Chicks live album, and somebody on one of those records yelled out, "I love you!" And without even a second thought, I was like, oh my God, thank you so much. I am not ready to say it back, but feels good to hear. I'm trying to get out there more. I'm trying to hit the clubs, meet another person to fall in love with me. Always bring a wingman with me. I have a very good wingman that I take with me. We have a special code that we use to communicate so we can talk about the guys that we're communicating with at the club, and that they won't know that we're talking about them. And you guys, you can steal this code if you want. When we're talking in front of the guy, we just ask, what do you think of the new Beyonce album? And the answer sort of dictates that, like, oh, I liked the new Beyonce album a lot. I'm gonna go request a song right now. Or, I did not like the new Beyonce album. We have to leave. We must go. But the problem is like the drunker we get, the more obvious that code becomes. Like, they'll ask me about the guy and it'll be like, what do you think of the new Beyonce album? Well, I like the new Beyonce album, but before you make any decisions, you should see it in fluorescent lights, because I saw the new Beyonce album in the men's room and it's rough. It's rough, Like, I love the new Beyonce album, but it does think Barack Obama is a Muslim, So be careful of that. Like, I really like the new Beyonce album, but it is clearly 10 years older than it told you it was, So, be careful. I went home with him anyways, though, because I like an old gay. I do. I like an old gay. I'm an all ages. I don't discriminate based on age. I'm like a good Pixar movie, The outside is for kids, but there are layers for adults, Something for the grown-ups in here, too, I went home with an old gay recently, and the great thing about them is they have so much cooler in their apartment, Like this guy, he was giving me a tour of his apartment, and he was like, this is my living room. And I was like, a whole room for living? Oh my God. Oh. And then he was like, this is my office. And I was like, what's that? And he was like, this is my MacBook. And I was like, you're rich. What's going on? And we got to the end of the tour, and he was like, and this is my 16-year-old son Christian's room. And I was like, oh, that's a twist. Haven't been here before. And at first I was like taken aback by this. I was like, I'm not sure if I'm ready to be a dad, Can I be a stepmom, But then I thought about it a little harder, and I realized, like, dating a guy with a 16-year-old son, that's just like owning an iPhone, you guys. You just gotta wait around 2 years, and then you get an upgrade, I'm disgusting. That's why I'm single. This is why. You might have noticed by now, I do have a little wrist tattoo because I am an artist, okay? Made some mistakes. I think our generation has gotten a little weird about our tattoos, though. I think we're all too ashamed of them. Like, every time I meet someone with a tattoo, they're always just like, oh, this is just my dead mom's face. I hate it. Oh, I regret it every day, Like, and it's like, no, own your tattoos. Just don't be an about it. Like, I was at lunch the other day, and my waiter had a giant neck tattoo that just said Julia in cursive, And I was like, all right, turn it down. But I wanted to know why, so I just asked him. I was like, who's Julia? And he was like, Julia's my ex-girlfriend, but thanks for asking. And I was like, oh, no, this isn't my fault. No, oh, you think this is my fault? No, it's yours. Oh, that's so, easy mistake. You see, when you broke up with Julia, you broke up with V-necks too, okay? So wrap a scarf around it and give me another glass of rosé, okay? I don't have time. I do not have time. Thank you. Oh, what a guy. Straight men, they do not have any chill. They really don't. You guys get frustrated very easily, I find. You get scared very easily. I did a show recently, and after my set, I walked into the men's room, and there was a man at the urinal who looked at me and then started peeing away from me. And I was like, well, now I gotta see it. I didn't care before, but now I have to have it because it's obviously a treasure, okay? Like, why else would you hide it? Turn around, show me that Tetris piece, all right? Give it to me. All right, I'm Joel Kim Booster. You guys have been great. Thank you so much.